Bite-sized.
So in a previous version of Gaikoku Gamers Bite-Sized Edition with Darryl Benson, aka myself, I went ahead and talked about how much I really like the PC Engine. Now, I've had the PC Engine Shuttle, which was my first PC Engine. I've also owned a TurboGrafx, but I've never gotten into the whole CD scene. And I luckily was able to go ahead and get a Duo R from Japan, which is fantastic. It's a fantastic system. It was so fantastically awesome that it was broken. So I had to send it back to Japan. Long story short, the controller port has an issue. It's a very common issue. It's an issue nonetheless, and I paid a lot of good money for it. So where basically the soldered tabs in the motherboard start to crack because people jiggled the joystick port when they try to put a controller in, and that loses signal halfway through a game, about 5 minutes in, which really sucks because you're really trying to go ahead and play this game. You really want to play this game, and you can't even hit pause because the pause button doesn't work. Sometimes like one or two buttons work, like, you know, the down button and like the 2 button, and that's it. Either way, it's really annoying, so I had to send it back, right? So the seller on eBay, he owns a grocery store in Japan. This is where I buy my Japanese shit, apparently. It's from a grocery store. So honestly, I didn't have a lot of faith because he said that he would have to wait a while before he got one back in. Fine. Well, I recently went ahead and got that system back in. In fact, it's sitting in that cabinet behind me. Sorry, not going to rip it out right now. But this is why it was awesome. First one I got was this, a tad bit yellowed, no box, no nothing. Came with a standard pad that looked like crap. Wasn't the best, but then again, I only got it for $200, which, if you know how expensive those systems can get, that's a phenomenal deal. So he ended up shipping me one back. The first sign that things were going to go great was when it came with the original box in mint condition, as if it just came off the store shelves. So this is the box. That's the system. I'm not going to whip out the system because frankly that's exactly what it looks like. Duo R CD technology. You know what's really great about this box is that all of the advertisement on the front is in English. Okay. It tells you that there's a main unit, an AC adapter, a turbo pad, an AV cable, user's manual with warranty card. If your TV has no AV terminals, it is necessary to use an optional RF unit. Fuck RF. To connect PC Engine Duo R to your TV. Ironically enough, the word "it" is not capitalized, and that's the beginning of a sentence. And I've been to Japan. I was a foreign exchange student when I was younger. Many moons ago when I was in high school, well before college, well before my years of my career. And let me tell you something, while a lot more people speak English there than, well, frankly, in this country, seriously, have you seen some people try to speak English around in the United States? It's pretty bad. No, but seriously, a very impressive number of people kind of know English, but it's one of those, like, you can tell that they had like a high school class like 15 years ago. So they speak it, but it's extremely broken. Basically, there's no way in hell that anyone is going to be able to understand this. Be that as it may, not only do I have that system now, but I also have the coveted 6-button controller that matches, which is from the RW Duo system. The RW Duo R is basically the exact same look, except the purple logo, which I quite like, is now in the top left-hand corner, and it's not purple anymore, and the button for the CD tray is a little different. That's like literally it. It's the same exact mold, you can tell, and there's no other reason to get an RW. They're just as reliable as an R. The only thing that you need is that controller. Found that controller, you should get that controller. It's one of the best 2D gaming controllers you can find on the market. It's 6-button, plays games like Street Fighter like a godsend. D-pad's great, and it has these really big, hand grips in the back of the pad, so it's not as flat as like an NES pad or Genesis pad. Fantastic system. Fantastic system. I can't even go over all the HuCard games based alone that are fantastic, that are worth the price of admission. CD games, though, plenty of shooters. There's even some really cool stuff like Bomberman Panic, which was actually a game on the Virtual Boy. I don't know if you guys remember that. Much different looking. They didn't even use the same graphics on this edition, thankfully, because that would have been all red and weird. But I actually kind of like the pre-rendered 3D look of some of the map graphics on the Virtual Boy. Those didn't transfer over, unfortunately, on that case. But it is in full color, and it has great stereo sound like all PC Engine CD games do. And I really implore you to hunt the interwebs and find one for yourself. But man, I really got lucky. I plan on going ahead and doing some reviews of some of those games at a later time, and maybe me and Mike will play them together in our future parts of Gaikoku Gamers Bytesized Edition, where we'll be playing games together through the power of the internet, because as you guys know, he is from Canada and I am from Arizona, which don't really share hardly any similar climates. I had a scorpion the other day in my kitchen. He probably just has snow in his kitchen. I think snow migrates into the house in Canada. I could be wrong. Either way, this is bite-sized, so it's got to be short, so I'm ending it now. Just wanted to share that little bit with you. I'm so excited. I'm going to go play some, and I'm going to leave Killer Instinct up. So the Xbox One has something to do in the background, because let's face it, the only thing it's been doing really is playing television. So please, God, Destiny come. Anyway, until then, I'm Darryl Benson. Please join us next time. Goodbye.